In 2021, Bobbi Althoff was just another young mother looking for an outlet during the long and monotonous days of pregnancy. So she started making TikToks.
Was there one moment or one video that kind of went viral and changed everything for you?
It was a video of me holding my daughter.
Her videos were about the cravings, the exhaustion, the absurdity, and everything else that came with being pregnant. Then came the clip that changed everything. It was silly, but it went viral nonetheless. A deliberately awkward dance with a banana. You may ask, what is so special about a pregnant lady dancing with a banana? Well, nothing at all. It was silly, low stakes, but oddly magnetic. Within days, it had pulled in nearly 2 million views. The internet had found her. Visibility, money, and fame soon followed. At this point, you may be wondering what Bobbi Althoff offered as a creator. And you wouldn't be unfair if your answer happens to be absolutely nothing. All she did was stare at the camera awkwardly. A cheap Aubrey Plaza copy. But none of the mystery or delivery. Naturally, when things came crashing down in just 2 years, many voiced their satisfaction. They said that Bobbi Althoff deserved her failure. So did she? Well, let's dive into her viral fame roller coaster and see what went wrong. Born in 1997 and raised in a modest California household as one of 6 children, Bobbi had a fairly unimpressive life before her viral TikTok stardom. After finishing high school, she worked as a nanny, earning just enough to get by. Then, in 2020, she married Corey Althoff, a software executive she had met on Bumble. Then came the pandemic and pregnancy. In an October 2024 Wired interview, she recalled how at the height of the pandemic, she turned to a sewing machine her mother had given her and began stitching cotton face masks by hand. She was 8 months pregnant at the time. Apparently, she had a knack for this stuff. She managed to sell around 300 masks, pulling in about $3,000. This success led her to TikTok. Then came the silly banana dance video that went viral. By mid-2023, the experiment had exploded into a full-blown career. Brand partnerships and the Creator Fund together brought in between $250,000 and $300,000 annually.
The way that my podcast started was I was like, 250 is great and all, but it's hard to come up with content with just me every day.
$250,000 a year as an annual income is great and all.
Yes.
It is great.
It is great.
Individual sponsored posts earned her $5,000 to $10,000 a piece, but now she wanted to reinvent herself from a TikTok oddity into a podcast host. Well, everyone's doing podcasts nowadays, so why not Bobbi Althoff? Well, you'll see shortly. She started with a pilot episode that would soon evolve into the really good podcast.
Okay.
Like the 2 options were Bobby and Larry.
Yeah.
And then just like slap an I on the end and make it feminine.
Mm-hmm.
To call it a podcast is a bit of a stretch. There was no journalistic skill, no cultural insight, no polish, no depth. Only awkwardness. The really good podcast thrived on gimmick more than on substance. Bobbi Althoff's interviews were built around her deadpan delivery, awkward silences, and an ironic detachment. Once the initial shock value wore off, there was little beneath the surface. Her conversations with high-profile guests rarely produced meaningful insights or thoughtful exchanges. Instead, they played like extended sketches. The joke was the hostess herself. It felt more like a parody of interviewing rather than an actual attempt at it.
I don't really want to do it.
I know, I can't really. What's your dream car?
Probably like a Honda.
In April, she launched the show, and within a few short months, it was the Drake interview. You probably know this one, not because of the discussion itself, but the setting. It was filmed in bed. The clip spread everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, a rising podcaster with a monotone, awkward style, sitting under the covers with one of the world's biggest rappers. But only weeks later, the entire episode was quietly scrubbed from her YouTube and podcast feeds. Why? In a later interview, Bobbi revealed they had a misunderstanding ahead of Drake's August 2023 LA concert. After a terse message she sent mid-concert, Drake blocked her across platforms. times. This happened within 20 minutes. The two did unfollow each other on Instagram not long after. This was the first major crack in Bobbi's hype cycle. She had chosen to miss her daughter's first birthday to fly out for the Drake interview. Trading a family milestone for a viral moment did not sit well with her audience. No, this is not a rumor. It is actually in the podcast interview itself.
You know?
I flew all the way here
You did. I really do.
on
appreciate
my
it.
daughter's first birthday.
To which Drake replied,
You missed your daughter's first birthday. Dark. The regret that you'll never be able to undo.
Yeah.
Horrible parenting.
strange how money changes people. Now you can see why people insist that her downfall was well deserved. Speaking of downfall, social media hype seduces countless young people into chasing a mirage. For every Bobbi who stumbles into viral fame, there are millions who imitate the formula and end up lost, disillusioned, or financially drained. Her rise, while meteoric, was hollow. Virality, yes. Value, no. Only weeks after her viral Drake interview, her life, alongside her fame, started falling apart. By July and August of that same year, she announced her separation from Bobbi Althoff. Apparently, she had read that divorcing before a child's third birthday could minimize emotional impact. Since her daughter was turning 3 in 2023, it made the timing feel right. She claimed that this way, her kids won't know a divorced home. In her Vanity Fair interview, Bobbi reiterated that her growing financial independence, the thousands she was earning from TikTok and brand deals, gave her the confidence to end the marriage. Make of that what you will. In February 2024, Bobbi officially filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. By August of that year, the divorce was finalized, and while she tried to push forward with new ventures, including a live comedy show at the Wiltern alongside Suki Hana, the momentum was already slipping. In December 2024, on Rainn Wilson's Soul Boom podcast, she revealed that she was battling with depression and had been doing so since childhood. She revealed that her parents stayed together in the same house until she was 14, despite being divorced. At just 14 years old, she attempted self-unaliving. She also shared that she didn't begin therapy until after her divorce, and that becoming a mother provided a powerful reason to keep going. She said,
My kids are definitely the reason why when I have those thoughts, I'm like, well, you can't do that to them.
She has also shared insecurities about her post-baby body, and habits like breastfeeding, framing these disclosures as deliberate attempts to normalize conversations around motherhood and self-image. She emphasized, I try to share things that I feel aren't talked about enough.
Yeah.
When I look back, it's all really started from me leaning into my insecurities.
Clearly, money can't fix everything, and now she was free-falling. Internet virality can elevate someone overnight, and then strip them down just as quickly when the audience decides the performance is no longer worth watching. This is exactly what happened to Bobbi Althoff. By July 2025, she announced the end of the Really Good podcast. The announcement came with a farewell episode released on July 31st. Dressed in a morning-style outfit, she sang Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah a cappella before reflecting on the show's trajectory. She admitted that the project started off with just a girl with a dream to make more money, and confessed that she hadn't expected her career to fall off as quickly as it did. Despite her disappointment, she expressed pride in what she had built. She hinted at moving towards scripted television comedy, but that didn't happen. Then, in August 2025, she revealed new plans, a podcast with Drake titled Not This Again. A tongue-in-cheek promotional clip showed them strolling back into bed together. Officially, this relaunched podcast serves as a kind of reunion episode and conversation reset after their public fallout, with the first installment aimed at redefining their dynamic and clearing the air. Yet, critics argue this reboot is less about creative reinvention and more about salvaging attention. For someone already revealed to earn upwards of $250,000 to $300,000 annually from TikTok deals and recruit high-profile guests, launching another gimmicky bedroom set show is a pathetic attempt to stay relevant when actual content traction has faded. Her downfall is not unique. It mirrors what countless other TikTok stars have faced when trying to reinvent. For example, Remy Bader, beloved for her body positivity, sparked backlash and a decline in trust after undergoing weight loss surgery without upfront transparency. Christina Tinks Najjar faced a similar reckoning when old offensive tweets resurfaced. The problem is not that Bobbi Althoff and others like her don't deserve a good life. Everyone does. But that she did not earn it. At the end of the day, what did she actually accomplish? Did she create value-added content? Did she stay grounded when the money rolled in? Did she maintain a wholesome presence online? The answer to all of these questions is a resounding no. So yes, Bobbi Althoff does deserve her failure.